Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another Let's Play Disco Elysium. I'm Samuel.
And I have forgotten everything.
Shay, we published the video. Whatever.
They know we record these like once a month, so come on. We've already said that.
So we've decided we're going to try to do a conceptualization here. We did look it up. Turns out you can, in fact, conceptualize his way of thinking without becoming his way of thinking, which was the one part we were a bit annoyed about. Because that's definitely not happening. There is another way around this if we fail utterly, but let's hope we don't fail utterly, shall we?
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Oh no, here we go. Measurehead, I'm new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of races are there.
Do you?
This is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailorite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need an occasion on?
Oh,
Those
God.
are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
Not how that works.
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Okay, got it. Who are type A then in your view?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
Okay, what?
I just wanted to say, know that the stuff he's saying is just absolutely abhorrent and everything, and his pronunciation of certain words, and just the monotone way of how he speaks, there is something so enchanting about that. This is a little bit freaky, and I think that it should be designed that way, right?
Yeah.
He's a terrible person, but there's something interesting about the performance.
Again, we called him racism in a blender for a reason.
Overproduction.
I mean, just look at him.
Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
And who are the Simonese and Archipelagites in this?
As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Simonese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
What's the difference between them?
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected in adapting. Together, they form the Simeno-Areopagite, or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
The Koikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
Okay.
You said Koijo's mud-colored?
To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an distinct muddy color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking alcohol and smoking the degenerate tobacco and for eating potato.
Oh, he's talking about my people, Shay.
You were being called out hard, my friend.
The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is divided into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
I can think of 3 different ways I like potatoes.
Only 3? You're a traitor to your country, man. You don't like...
I suspect we humor him, or I suggest rather that we just humor him and absorb stuff, right? Like,
yes.
Let's not argue with the guy. We're trying to get on his good side.
The Vacholians, halfway between type A and the racial cauldron. Two mixed to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
Like that number 4 is just making me laugh. Go away, stupid political thoughts. Revachol. That word, that
Revachol is this area.
That must be it, because it's like that name is just I've been looking into like Papers, Please, so that Restorska, Republica. Yeah, it's just that Eastern Bloc countries. It's just it's fitting with it to me. Anyway, continuing on.
I'm actually going to go with 4, weirdly enough, unless you have any objections.
Oh, no. Go for it. Whatever you think is best.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad.
Remember, we're both inside of his skull, so...
Yes.
It is literally an illness. A prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes.
Oh, God.
A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia.
So, is he blame? It can't be.
Potatoes make us dumb. That's what he's saying.
No, it's beyond dumb. That's Alzheimer's that he's describing. What the heck?
The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Koiko to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of mediocrity.
Hold on. I don't want to dig too deep into what he says, but we've got to go back. So, a hereditary prion condition, but not through attribute, or I'm sorry, is he saying that a hereditary trait is acquired through consuming potatoes? Is that what I'm understanding
That is
there?
exactly what the man is saying. By the way, I have a feeling you did not pick as many holes through him last time because, one, we weren't prepared for how horribly racist he was going to be, and
Yes.
then two, that was the last one we recorded that night, so we were way more tired than the first one we recorded tonight.
I swear, I'm getting a nosebleed from this guy. This is wonderful storytelling. We will go with that.
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Yes, better not go into it.
It would be cruel to entertain ourselves with their deformities. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
Now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
How do I word the mystery?
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Basholian. Your
That's right, I cut him off. Okay.
How exactly are we going to explain this to our partner?
Okay, massive, fantastic. Sorry, let me do this properly. I literally, when we first recorded these, said this is one of the parts I like. A massive, fantastic races swirls in your head. Desert pygmies playing with their own excrement, Kojiyos juggling potatoes, eczema-ridden Mayans grinning and dancing on wooden clogs. Everyone is there, the whole race gang. Everyone is there. I was gonna read it twice as if I needed to take it. Plus some that you may have come up with yourself. The thieving subknips, the salty cast of fortunates hatching some kind of scheme. In the eye of this race Imperion, a vertigo reaching up into the heavens. You sense something drawing nearer. Nearer. Okay, in 1 game hour, we do have something we can go through in order to...
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Is it better for it to smell as urinal cleaner or urine?
Don't know. Do we try for it again?
Let's do it.
Just relax.
Gotcha.
The two sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee, slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just,
Slide the drawer open?
without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a
Nothing.
handmade postcard.
Pick up
Ooh.
the ticket stubs.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
Pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy.
Oh no.
So was her name Harry?
Please.
But it will make me happy.
A merciful wind blows in from the Bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it.
Hold on to it. Read the card.
Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Keep reading.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Keep reading.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on.
Hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
Fall sideways.
Do we just die? Is that what happened? Did we just die?
Is this one of the ways you can die in this dang game?
We died of a broken heart. Is that what just happened? Oh my god, I love it.
Oh my god, that's literally what happened. We died of a broken heart, Shay.
I'm loving this.
Okay.
Oh, that was absolutely wonderful.
Well, I think I know what the title is going to be. And also, we're going to do a lot of text skipping, because guess what we have to do now? This was always a possibility, Shay.
Yes. Oh, we were expecting to die in the hotel room. Remember we knew that was a
You can die in that
possibility?
hotel room, yeah. You can totally die inside of it. It's ridiculous.
This game is amazing. Okay, so we're gonna speedrun this. Come on. We can do it.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classificate.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks toward
You are up. There are three those are a receding genetic pool has led them. The Vesper the other law overproduction as proven by the Mound and the mess. The Areopagite, the latter.
nature was not capable of more.
Type B.
The Koikos of Grad. You go
To an untrained pinkness.
We'll get through this in a second, people.
Will TB1 for F.
Run into it, run into it.
82,000 years. That
The revolution. Enough of tips, say F. It would be cruel. You understand nothing. You need to internalize what I cannot possibly.
Bravo!
Hey, I remembered it all, what can I say? We do need to get back to the ledger, though, because that's how we're going to make
It's
time
the ledger
go.
you found in the trap arson.
Well, wait a minute. Don't you have to select
Spousal
an
abuse.
active, or did you
Handwritten
already do
logs on
that?
dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped case files. Commit. You don't exactly close them. So much as distance yourself from the smelly.
Read a
It
case
takes
file.
about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
Okay. How long is it going to take me? An hour and 40 minutes, so I got to read a few of these.
AKA Leslie and Burke, AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk, is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in general, know it's unsolvable. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
The smile. Can we just keep them off the streets?
You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street and Perdition, because that's where the action is. Can you keep yourself off the streets? Threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
Oh God, what did Leslie do?
Was Leslie the exposer? I didn't take a note on that.
Yeah, Leslie is the exposer.
Oh yes, the only way to keep Leslie from exposing himself.
You're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger. He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind on potent Pilsner. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face. Then you proceed to beat him unconscious with it. In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to
Oh
Burke.
my God, your own alcoholism stopped them.
He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore. Can't get
That's the
out
good
of
news.
his apartment. An invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke. Who knows? But both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved. Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one?
No! This is horrible.
And yet we don't have much else to pass the time.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
What?
That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
A sequence killer?
Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? Don't worry. One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
The couch in an unexpected location.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
What do you think, Shay?
I almost want to do 3.
I felt it too. Come on, let's do it.
I mean, musical background. Let's go.
Yeah. They looked really cool, like rock band.
Yes, as you said here, insufferable rock and roll assholes. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it was. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved.
Did I ever catch those guys?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next?
Shay,
This game is...
As the other day I was sitting playing the ABC Murders point and click, I realized that we could have been playing a normal point and click mystery game, but no, we decided to play this.
Not much.
I cannot tell you how happy it makes me.
A bunch of sudden
I really did think this is a me and you game as it is, so.
advanced
I don't know if that's an
race
insult or
theory.
not. No.
Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead about your newly found insights.
Learning cap for rhetoric raised to 5, +1 conceptualization. The mystery is mostly aesthetic.
And can we talk to our partner right quick, just out of curiosity? I want to know what his read on this is. Does he have anything to say about racist guy?
There's nothing there talking about it.
Okay.
So.
I just wanted to make sure.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
I think I know what the race enigma is.
And
Holy cow. Well, I'll leave this one to you, sir.
I knew that was coming, you son of a... By the way, if I ever have to read one of the prompts that has a swear in it, I have installed this into our soundboard for that very reason. So, anyway. I'm reading.
I was going to say, you don't want to read it out loud? I can't imagine why not, looking at that first one.
I mean, do we go with 7? I think that's the one that'll make him happiest.
Is it too much over the top, though? Is he going to see through it as BS?
I don't know. Then again...
Is there any way we can drop a game save right quick just to be safe?
Are we going to be those guys?
Hey, in this game, I am okay with save scum.
Nope, it's not going to let us.
We died due to a broken heart in the game.
We did.
All bets are off.
Yeah. Sure.
Everyone can see that. It has little to do with the race enigma.
Baby, don't be mean. Give him another chance.
Oh.
Anything for you, babe.
The man has groupies based on this. I mean, sheesh.
I was leaning more toward 2, so that's internally. So we talked about what we will do on 7.
Mm-hmm.
And the 6 is also a personal thing, what we would do. But is he wanting a personal thing, or is he wanting more of a conceptual thing? Because I'm looking
Right.
at 2 is saying what he will do. 3 is what others. I'm looking into it that way. Like, is this for him, for us, for everyone in general? I think 5 will definitely get us killed.
Yes. I think that too. Watch
As
that
well
be
as
the
4.
answer.
Fascinating. The Revacholian degenerate shows signs of racial self-reflection. How did you accomplish this little feat?
Super duper fun. Let's don't do that.
I know, it's tempting, isn't it, for us? We can't be smart, Alex, in this situation. Other ones perhaps, but not this one. This man will crush our heads in 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
We talk like him? Is that what we're going for? Like, I feel like number 2 is talking his language.
But number 3, because or I would suggest that because there are women around, but number 2, I'm right there with you.
Between the 2, what do you think? This music does not help. It's like we're playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for Pete's sake.
Tell you what, bring out your phone, flip a coin.
Right? Don't have a coin around here.
Oh, wait. Oh, what am I thinking? Who am I talking to? My goodness. But yeah, I'll leave it to you. 2 or 3 seems like, 4 just seems like it's playing it off, and number 1 just seems like it's snide.
Yep. I'm gonna go with 2.
So it would seem, Throlaful. I find myself at a crossroads. On one hand, this pathetic self-therapy has little to do with the great mystery of living organisms, the race enigma, and, of course, you will not be able to free yourself from the yoke of rule. It is too late. It may be lethal to stop at this point, but still.
Your willpower fires up, directing you to speak.
If the Revacholian degenerate is capable of critical thought, he may still prove a race adversary. Why should I help my adversary?
He looks at the red button, seeking counsel from his own ideas.
Jean, baby. Do the heroic thing.
First of all, I will stop drinking. Now's the doors. I need to talk to Everhard about getting that body. Nah.
This one feels like I'm not gonna win.
Again, you know what? Let's just go for 2. Let's just go punch through it. Just go for 2.
Okay.
I feel like it's a terrible idea.
You make Our conversation here has concluded.
Well done. Let's go.
There we go. We talked him down, Shay.
I don't see how that worked. It feels like there was like a critical fail on his that was rolled in the background, and we just got to go through.
Well, anytime we get rolls, we get to see what the rolls are. So.
Yeah, this is true. But I'm curious. Well, as a DM, you know, you'll be rolling for the NPC, so I'm thinking that there was an NPC roll here that he just critically failed on.
Every worker equals member of the board is written at the top of the flyers. This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. And on the bottom, the Union logo and Demand Democracy.
Ooh.
A standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked. Someone left the coffee machine on. The dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. Ugh. Okay.
That's Mechanica. That's good Joe right there, I tell you.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork laying around like this.
I love you, Kim.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. 2 kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Okay, let's give it a roll.
Let's go.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list.
Take another look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants,
Whirling borscht.
sweep office floor,
No idea.
more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the drawer slides shut smoothly.
Book Elysium, Volume 1, Number 4. The leading intellectual organ of Martinese communism offers a radical Mazovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylistic portrait of the late King Frizzell with a pair of white antlers growing out of its head. I suspect this will be a time sink that I can use later, because we'll be reading a book. The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change.
Okay, I hate to do this.
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Well,
it's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vaguely occult patterns in the air.
Useful patterns?
Undoubtedly, no.
Might just try this again later.
Sure, why not? Muscle memory is a tricky thing.
Okay.
We obviously got to check the bathroom, right?
Cannot be opened from this side without a pass card.
Oh.
Guess you have no choice but to talk to the union leader. Well, I'm trying to find the union leader.
Anything on the windows?
Oh, there's a set of steps. Okay.
Oh, I never would have guessed that's what those are. Oh, hello.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. There is a white rectangle clearly visible on its back. This is your cloak. You can feel it.
Lieutenant, I think that's mine.
Yes, it does bear the RCM insignia, and we are the only detectives in Martinez.
You think I should get it?
The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, I do.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
Taking back the streets and the neighborhood. There we go. Different jacket. Because this one will give me +1 esprit de corps, just like this one, but it also gives me +1 shivers. So that one's a better... We're totally going to roleplay this, right? Where it's like you get the better equipment, you're going to just go with it, even though it's ridiculously not going together.
Well, I mean, we're disco, so naturally. Wasn't there one more thing that was down there, or could we not select that?
No. All around you, great machines and quiescence.
Or quiescence.
White pine trees are printed across the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. A composite eye of halogen lights watches you, emitting a low buzz. I don't want to dig into this place too deep. I feel like we're going to die.
Can we quick save here? I do not mind save skimming.
Oh yeah, true. At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Numerous empty bottles of common or reg and potent Pilsner. I didn't even see that walkway there. I literally didn't see it. See the faded industrial lettering on the platform. KVALSUND. Calvin's?
No idea.
Ooh! I'll take it. Especially since you made me lose my 10. Calvin's means Whale Fjord in Arden. Fair enough.
There's another staircase up top to the back.
Let's see where it takes us. Because it'll auto take us there. No. Okay, not. Okay, well.
There's not one up at the top.
Oh. I think that takes us down here, though.
Or is there an open
Snow
door there?
is quietly covering the numerous wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
This is really sad. I must have been miserable.
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
He turns to leave.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Did something happen?
Are we having a weird little glitchy glitch here?
I'm not sure what's going on.
I'm not sure either.
Do we need to reload a safe?
Think we might. Reading passes time quickly. Yeah, so.
Is it wanting us to get there?
No.
That is odd.
That is really odd.
Can you go into like your thought menu or anything like that, or bring up anything that you would look in inventory? Ah, it keeps panning out there. That is very strange. Hmm. Okay, let's...
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
Kim, I'm gonna take a quick look inside.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Take the picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that?
Something about this man piques my interest. I think this can be a side thing.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Snow is quietly covering...
Well, yes, I think... Yes.
Okay, so it didn't automatically jump over there that time.
Positioning.
And we can't go down those steps, it seems.
No.
There was... Let's see. Back over on the gantry way that you were originally on. Yeah, going down there.
Yeah.
There was something that we could interact with about midways. It looked like a little control panel. Go down the stairs. Yeah, about middle ways up there. See the little control panel? It was lit up in green at one point. No, it's not. The one right behind you.
I'm probably going this way, because I think that also has a... Yep. Okay. I can stay this way.
I see.
Shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping.
Is that what we term it as?
Apparently. Money!
Kind of feel like we're gonna get called out for stealing all the money.
Look, I can't pay for my hotel room right now, so...
This is true. Oh, hi.
The banner sags under the weight of the rain and snow, white waves on red.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
Hey!
Okay, I'm loving
The
Easy
lyrics
Leo.
to this
Easy Leo's
container
best
song
boy.
are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work he doesn't even notice you. Hi!
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
I'm looking for the leader of the dock workers union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everard then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs and then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just don't know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everard is where he always is. In his office, of course.
He points to the two joint containers on your right.
Do we want to get to know him any better?
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
I would go with number one. I'm curious.
What do you mean by taking the soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hold up. Who makes it at the whirling? So, something is off about this borscht. I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
What's in the container over there? Point to the container suspended from the crane arm.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
You're Yubi, right?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Arish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
I kind of feel like he's protesting a little too much there.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
What's going on here? Look at the mountains of containers behind him.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core.
Leo, has anyone ever told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Cam.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Thanks, Leo. You've been very helpful.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Where is everyone? The harbor is empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
Ooh.
What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's
That was
union
common.
business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
He looks to you for assistance.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
Too rowdy? Leo, what kind of fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary?
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing forth. Words, words, and look, even more words. This guy could go on till the end of days. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a prized fishing rod he apparently owned at some point. You know what? Just cut in there with your questions.
You work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
His lawyer.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so.
No.
And she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue
So
eyes.
Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Buford. Interesting.
I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Thank you, Kim.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
Okay,
Aw.
I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
And with that, before we go to the office, we gotta wrap this one up. If you guys want to find all of our other Let's Plays, head on over to tscn.tv/play. And until next time, play on and see you guys.
Later.
This has been a production of the Samcast Network, tscn.tv. What's your passion?